everybody, it's your boy the Eternal Fox Hunt, coming at you guys with part 3 of the Steve tutorial breakdown. And what we're breaking down today is flicker canceling. So let me reset this, get us all back to the center of the screen and whatnot. Now, what flicker canceling is essentially is using Steve's flicker stance, so canceling in Steve's flicker stance to extend the hit and or block stun of another normal, so you can link and or frame trap off another normal that you could not normally link and or frame trap off of. Once again, it's just essentially using Steve's passing through Steve's flicker stance to extend the hit and or block stun of another normal. So, as we all know, let's start with the basics. As we all know, Steve's flicker stance is done by pressing back and 3 kicks. Now, how do you cancel out of it? 1, there's crouch canceling. Crouch canceling right there. 2, there's walk forward canceling. Now this one is going to be in a later video because it's a bit advanced. I'm going to do a video specifically for the walk forward canceling. But they can all be used to link and or frame trap with. Now here's an example. We all know Steve's standing fierce. You can't just combo and or frame trap off of standing fierce. It just don't work that way. Now, if you want, say you want to combo a crouching fierce off of that, the pushback is too great. Even if you could connect it, right? Right there, standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching fierce. Now, the thing about flicker canceling is it not only allows you to link other normals into other normals that you cannot normally do that to, but it removes a lot of the pushback. So here's another example. Oops. There's an example of that pushback being gone. If you guys saw what I just did standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching medium punch, crouching medium punch. Now, like I said, it cancels the pushback. Now let's hit him with the standing fierce. Even if I did have the ability to combo those two normals together, which I do not, I'd be out of the range for the second one. Same thing with standing medium punch. What I did was close standing medium punch, flicker cancel, crouching medium punch, crouching medium punch. As you know, you can combo in the crouching medium punch, standing medium punch, and the crouching medium punch. And it's a bread and butter, you know what I mean? It's something you can use all the time. One of those things that you use, you're gonna need it. There's no way around it. But as you see, I cannot connect 2 of those together, which means that means the flicker canceling is canceling some of the pushback on it. So that just opens up a world of frame traps and a world of combos. Now, you can also use, normally standing medium punch does not combo into crouching fierce because look at that distance, look at that pushback. But through the use of flicker canceling, we can do that. We can make that possible. This opens up a whole new world of bread and butters for Steve, opens up a whole new world of combos for Steve. Once again, you can use this in your bread and butters, that you would use in a match. What I just did was standing fierce. I did standing light punch, standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching fierce. Crouching medium punch into bread and butter. You know what I mean? So you can use those in bread and butters. You can use them in frame traps because, like I said, it keeps you closer to the opponent. It keeps your opponent keeps your opponent in your game. You can also use it in high-low mix-ups. Now, I'm just going to do this. You can use it in high-low mix-ups. So I put them on block all. Oops. Now, see that? What I did was standing fierce, crouching fierce. Standing fierce, crouching medium punch, flicker cancel. And I did standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching medium punch, flicker cancel, crouching medium punch, flicker cancel, overhead. Now, why I do that? Because it extends the block stun of those normals, which means it makes my previous normal follow-ups have a smaller gap in between them. It keeps it tighter. So say if I want to flicker cancel into overhead, say if I want to do an overhead trick, standing fierce, crouching fierce, overhead. That gives me more time it gives me more time, more block stun to get the overhead started with. So they still have to block. And if they begin to mash, while I'm doing that, they may get counter hit by the overhead. And if you guys remember what happens when you get counter hit by an overhead from Steve, or if you don't remember, I'm going to show you guys right now. Let me see. I'm going to show you guys right now. If they don't tech that, they can tech the ground bounce. But if they don't tech that, this can happen. Oops. $470 damage for mashing on a counter hit while you're crouching. 470 damage for mashing on a counter hit while you're crouching. And I have to spend no meter. I can just scoop you off the ground with a ducking. That's it. That's all it took, was me to scoop them off the ground with a ducking. So, what else can we do? Let's just see some flicker combos, you know. 'Now, let me tell you guys right now. Standing fierce to crouching fierce, that flicker link that I told you guys about before. Oh wow, is counter hit still on fire? But yeah, now that standing fierce and the crouching fierce is at least I'm believing it to be a 2-frame link, because I'm not sure on the exact frame data, but what I do know is that it's at least a 2-frame link, because standing fierce flicker cancel crouching medium kick combos, and that's 8-frame startup, and crouching fierce is 7-frame startup. So that was crouching medium punch. That was the crouching medium punch link I was talking about right there. Crouching medium kick link. Good lord, let me get my words right. That's the crouching medium kick link. Oh gosh, now I'm weaving. So that means you have at least 2 frames to hit that combo. So while it's hard, while the concept is hard, you know, it is, while something to get your head wrapped around, just know it's a 2-frame link. It's not a 1-frame link, so you don't have to panic and start, because if you start panicking, you're like, oh god, I'm not gonna hit this combo, so I'm gonna mash it. I'm gonna try and mash this crouching fierce out. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get this right here. Oops. Yeah, you're gonna get that. And I've had people do that. You're gonna get that flicker cancel instead of what you want. So just be aware. Just be aware of when the hit's done, you know. When he cancels himself in and out of flicker, don't be in too much of a rush. Just take your time in the lab, learn it. That's all. It gets a lot easier after you practice with it, you know. After you mess with it, it'll get a lot easier, feel a lot more natural to apply in matches, and it'll be a real lifesaver, because when you have people in the corner and you're frame trapping them and they start mashing buttons or they want to jump out, it's gonna be like, oh wow. They're just gonna be sitting here like, oh wow, I'm in block stun forever, man. I can't do anything to this guy. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? You can do stuff like that. That was just a display of some block strings that I use. You know what I mean? But now, let's get into something else. Now this is gonna be another way of flicker canceling. But people do it sometimes, but they don't know that they do it. Now, what it is you guys all know, ducking body, ducking hook goes into flicker stance if you just hold back. So, what can you do with this? You guys got it. You can flicker cancel it just by holding down back. Like I told you guys, if you hold down back and press 3 kicks, I mean, if you you can crouch cancel, but you can also activate this by pushing down back and 3 kicks, which is essentially what I'm doing right now. If you see me spamming that on the other side of the screen, and what it does is it cancels into it, but it also automatically makes Steve cancel out of it. So, what does this mean? What does that mean? That means ducking body and ducking hook can be linked into other normals. So what I did there was ducking body, ducking hook, crouching light punch, crouching medium punch. But this can actually be comboed directly into medium punch if you get the timing right. Oops, sorry guys. And that is a bread and butter right there, so you need to learn that. Because ducking body and ducking hook is one of Steve's many ways of approaching an opponent. Now, and it's also going to be really important for like frame traps and stuff. Ducking body and ducking hook is really good for frame traps, you know what I mean? So I just did ducking body, ducking hook, crouching fierce, and yes, that all did link. Oh gosh. Now I'm messing up. Derp. But yeah, that's what I did. Ducking body, ducking hook, crouching fierce, and it all does link. And that's easy. That's going to be a bread and butter. That's going to be something that's really important to you, because Steve, you know, he likes to use that to poke. You know, he likes to use ducking body and ducking hook to poke, because Steve he has nice walk speed and whatnot. He has, you know, decent mobility. He has a pretty fast walk speed, but at the same time, you know, people are gonna be walking forward. People are gonna be playing footsies and doing all this extra kind of crazy stuff. Sure, Steve can play, you know, his counter poke footsies and whatnot, but what Steve want damage. That's what Steve want. Steve want damage. So you grant yourself a bit more range. You grant yourself about, goodness, what was that? It's like, what was that? Like half a screen. Hold up. I'm gonna put Kazuya over by the wall. Grant yourself quite a bit of range on your normals, so they have to be on their toes at all times. So let's see. This is about half screen right here, right? We'll call this half screen, right? That's half screen. A little bit beyond half screen. Yeah, a little bit beyond half screen is where that mobility stops. I mean, where this, you know, ceases to work. Actually, it went a little bit past half screen. It went just a little bit past half screen. Let's see, we're at Hihachi's head right now, right? Let's make sure he's deep in that corner. Yeah, we're at Hihachi's face, so. But Kazuya's face. Oh yeah, Kazuya's face is fair game. So, yeah. Now the thing about ducking body and ducking hook is you actually kind of want to make sure your ducking body connects before you go for ducking hooks. Because if it doesn't, people can jump out and put you in a bad position. So just keep that in mind, guys. But yeah, you guys can do all kinds of crazy nice links with that link. You can link ducking body, ducking hook, crouching, flicker cancel, crouching fierce into flicker cancel, into crouching fierce, which is what I did before when I did that combo on the skyscraper for Steve. And there's just all kinds of crazy stuff that you can do with flicker canceling. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that thing on the left side of the screen off, the attack data for us. I'm gonna cut the attack data off because I'm gonna show you guys the other means of flicker canceling that people don't think about. Now, you guys saw how I do the. You guys saw me do the, you know, combo in the middle of the screen, flicker jab in the super. That's another way of flicker canceling. What I'm doing is I'm holding down back. I hold down back, and then once he cancels out a flicker, after I hit him with the flicker jab, and then once he cancels out a flicker, I do super, and it catches him with the ground bounce. Now, I can do this again in the corner, so let's just go with this. Let's just go with the average bread and butter. Standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching fierce, in the Sonic Fang. Once again, standing fierce, I cancel in the flicker. I use the flicker jab, but then I cancel out of it. But then I cancel out of flicker after I use the flicker jab, and then I did the crouching fierce. Now, this isn't the way that we use flicker canceling to extend normals, but it's still flicker canceling to extend combos. You've seen me do this in previous vids. I think I went over this in previous vids, but I just felt the need to go just to display it one more time for you guys right then and there. But essentially, we covered this lesson was pretty short, to be honest with you, but it's still pretty advanced. Like, once again, just for the sake of memorization, flicker canceling is extending the hit and or block stun of another normal by canceling in and out of flicker stance, so you can link two normals together that you could not link before. Once again, canceling another normal to extend the hit and or block stun, so you can link and or frame trap with a normal that you could not normally do that with. Standing fierce, crouching fierce, boom boom. Remember, it also lessens pushback. Oops. Oops. Uh-huh. So it allows us to do things that we cannot normally do due to range issues. Essentially, flicker canceling is going to be a huge part of your game once you learn how to apply it and do all this other kinds of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? It's going to be pretty nice for you. It's helped my game out tremendously. I mean, I said tremendously, immensely, because people always think that, you know, Steve's going to be out of range. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be out of range after this. Oh yeah. Also, you can use it to extend these combos too if I quit messing them up. Using them to extend corner combos, you can use them to extend whatever. Just remember, hit, block, stun, extension. Now, once again, flicker canceling, boom. But yeah, I think you guys pretty much got the point. Ducking body, ducking hook can be flicker canceled to combo into other normals that they would not normally be able to combo into. Remember, your more advanced ones are going to be a bit harder, going to be a bit more time restraint, but you're going to have to take that to the lab and practice it. Other than that, guys, that's about it for us. I'm going to show you guys double flicker canceling later on. So essentially what it is that's going to be an advanced tactic. Essentially what it is flicker canceling twice in a combo and or frame trap to extend the hit and or block stun twice, so you can link things together like you would. You could link up to 3 normals together that you wouldn't normally be able to link. So what I did there was standing medium punch, crouching fierce, crouching medium, standing medium punch, flicker cancel, crouching fierce, flicker cancel, crouching medium punch, bread and butter. So we're gonna go over that in the advanced stuff, and you know, when we get to our fancy combos. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it's all made sense. I know it's gonna be kind of difficult to grasp at first, but you guys can do it. I know you can. You guys are smart. You guys stuck around for these 2 Steve tutorials. If you're going to stick around and hear me talk and babble on and whatnot, I think you guys should be committed enough to Steve to finish off these combos. Learn flicker canceling. Steve is a great character. He just, you know, takes some work to be put into him. Like I told you guys in the first video, not a package and go character. Some things to learn. I even said it, the male version of Steve Viper mixed with a little bit of Cody, you know what I'm saying? Minus being a prison bitch. But other than that, Steve is going to be one of those characters that's hard to master but rewarding to learn. So guys, until next time, comment, rate. Well, damn, why do I keep saying rate? Man, I've been on YouTube too long. Shit. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought of the tutorial. Let me know if you guys think I could do anything better. Just pretty much tell me what's in your mind, guys. Until next time, peace.